The heat we got kicking out the air at the minute is tremendous. In today's video, we're going to be testing out these coal briquettes from Tesco's, but you can also get these in like Tesco's, Home Bargains, Lidl's, Aldi's. You can get them in everywhere. I've seen these home fire stuff everywhere, and I haven't really burnt a lot of this stuff. So let's give it a go. We're gonna burn 5 kilos, so half a bag. We're gonna see how long it lasts. We're gonna time it. We're gonna check the temperatures. We're gonna talk about it. But let's get into it. Okay, I was going to do 5 kilos, but I think if I do 2 kilos, that means for every bag that you buy, you get 2, 4, 6, 8. You get 5 lots of burns out of it. Okay, so this is what 2 kilos lasts. It's just over 2 kilos. 2 kilos and 56 grams. Or 54 grams even. But they just look like coal briquettes, really. Nothing, little bit of stuff comes off them. They don't look anything different to what you would normally get. But I'm just going to wait now for the fire to kind of die down, wait for the embers to settle, and then we will put this on and then our test will start. So let's get into it.
Right, so you're embedding down the ashes just to get the fire underneath the coals going, putting the coal in, just stacking it neatly, creating some air gaps.
This is what 2 kilos of coal looks like. Doesn't look like a lot. So what we're going to do now is just close the door like that, get the flames going underneath, and we're going to put a bit of kindling on top to really get these going. So we've got some kindling in there now, just going on top of the coal. So as you can see the coal is catching from underneath. So we've got some heat underneath and on top as well. And I just find that the best way for me personally. But, you know, let me know how you guys start your coal in the comments below. So we'll get back to this now when there's a bit of temperature in them. And we'll see how long they last. I'm hoping for good things out of these. Okay, so about 20 minutes in or so here. And as you can see, it's roaring away. We're up to nearly 500 on the temperature gauge there, which is high optimal. And everything is caught pretty much. I put the kindling on top there just to get the top going as well as the bottom with the embers. It does take a little while, maybe 10, 20, 30 minutes. It depends really, like, you know, on how hot it is, what's going on, what kind of stove you got, all sorts of things. But the test will be now is we're going to turn this down. We're going to turn this down and we are going to, look at that, it looks beautiful. We're going to turn it down and we're just going to see how long we get out of these coals. I know it's got a bit of wood on top there, so that's going to help it ever so slightly for the first little bit. But hey, we could all chuck a little bit of wood on top, couldn't we? Okay, so about an hour in or so, this is what we're working with. Kicking off some real nice heat. We're still at 400. Let's just take a look in there. Coal does burn very pretty, doesn't it? Look at it. Yeah. Bloody hell, the heat coming out of there. Tremendous. Look at that. It's looking really cool. So 2.5 hours later, we are still at 350 or so on the temp. But obviously, as you can see there, it's still burning away nicely there, but we haven't got a griddle on this multi-burner, so the way I like to do it is, these are still quite hard. I just like to move everything around a little bit, just like this. And you can see the amount of heat in there is amazing, really. Now, this was just 2 kilos, so imagine you put in, you know, 5 kilos or so. I did 2 kilos because I thought, oh my God, the heat in there is... Ideally, I need a poker because I use bits of wood that I got, but I need one of those coal pokers, really. You know, just to grab them and turn them around and things like that. But the amount of heat that's just coming off what's left there, 2.5 hours in, is crazy. And they're going to last a little while, definitely. So we will come back to it. So that's kind of how I move it around. And we'll come back to it in a little bit and see what I was doing. So here we are, nearly 4.5 hours later. You can see there's still quite a fair bit of heat coming out of here, and you can't really see it now because it's night time, but it is just under there, the 300 mark or so. So really the temperature's still in here, even though these are very, very small now to what they have. So it's given us a good 4.5 hours of heat, which for 2 kilos of coal, not bad at all. Now overnight, obviously, you know, it's going to keep the temperature in the stove, to about probably between 200 and 300 for maybe 3 or 4 hours after the initial 2 or 3 hours of burn time. So the plan is for us. So overall, I think these home fire coal briquettes from Braziers, or home fire braziers they called, definitely worth it. You know, you can get a good 4 to 6 hours on them, which, let's be honest, overnight is perfect. And then when you come back down in the morning, you should have some coals like this that are slightly red, like this, ready to go again. Obviously, you'd have to chuck a little bit of kindling in there and get some more coal on the fire, but overall, I'm really impressed with these. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching as always, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Pow!